Hello everyone and welcome back to the Felix Smart Studios in beautiful Calgary, Alberta, just east of the Rocky Mountains. Today I'm really excited because it's been 7 weeks since we set up this UNS 90L and it is time to trim some plants. So to start, I'm going to be trimming some of the larger plants in the back first, and then I'm going to set them aside and we'll replant them afterwards. Some people have a way of doing this and I just like to just trim and then plant them as I go. I don't have any particular process or anything like that, with the exception that I obviously start with the tallest ones first. And the one I do want to do is the Hygrophila pinnatifida, which is the red one right here, because that one's growing really wild. So we'll just get right into it. One thing that's important to do before you trim is if you do want to keep a shape for how you want plants to grow, then you want to try to cut along that shape. A lot of people like to use a dry erase marker to actually mark their aquarium on how they want to trim it. I don't go into that much detail, but I do want to have a bit of a concave going here. So I am going to try to trim the Rotala at a bit of a curve. We'll see how it goes. Now, obviously the aquarium is not going to look as nice after we're done with the trimming. And you might be hesitant to trim your plants because of that, but it's actually quite healthy for plants to be trimmed. Particularly with stem plants, if you don't trim them, they'll grow like they kind of are now over the top of the aquarium. And if they don't grow immersed, meaning out of the water, all they're going to do is shade all the plants underneath, which will then suffer because they're not getting enough light. Also, some of these stem plants, well, I guess most of them, if they don't get enough light at the bottom of their stem plants, they're actually going to lose their leaves at the bottom half. And some of them, depending on how much nutrients you have, can actually even rot at the bottom and break off completely. So it is a good idea to trim your plants just for the sole purpose of allowing them to regrow stronger and look nice all the way down to the bottom. Now I need to trim back the Lobelia cardinalis, which I'm actually a little sad to do because it's growing immersed and I think it's going to do great as it gets bigger, but I do want it to grow more at the same rate that the others have. So this one I will be trimming down quite a bit and then replanting, and hopefully we'll get 2 really nice stocky bushes. It's sad to see it go, but it's good. It's good. Also, if you're not making a mess when you're trimming plants, you're not doing it right. You gotta make a mess. It's also good to consider when you're setting up an aquascape, how easy is it going to be to maintain? Because I already can tell that these plants like to get stuck on the sides and it's harder for me to get my hand in to get them out. So, all right, so we're all done with the trimming part. And now what I'm doing is just looking through some of the trimmings that we have and deciding which ones I'm going to replant, because we have a lot. And like I mentioned earlier, we're going to be planting all of the Huttonia for sure. Some of the pinnatifida and then some of the Rotala rotundifolia. Not all of it though, because we have way too much. And definitely the Lobelia, which I really like. So we'll get started on that. So one thing I do like to do when I'm replanting is if I have a leaf that's close to the bottom of where I want to replant, sometimes I'll just remove it, just so that it allows me to better grip and plant the plant as well. We're just gonna put it all the way to the back. You see how it's getting roots on the top of the stem? That's what happens when it starts growing like this on the top, because it's reached the surface. Roots start going to the bottom, and sometimes you'll get new stems that pop up to the front. So If you don't like these roots, you can just gently remove them. All right, so trimming and replanting is all done. The tank is gonna look a little sad for a couple of weeks, but it's gonna grow back fuller and even better than before. So don't hesitate to trim your plants, and definitely comment down below what you like to do during your maintenance sessions and see if we can't get other individuals to enjoy it as well. As always, don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow along, and we'll see you on the next one.